Hey guys, it's RJ. I came up with another video idea today, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. I don't know what we want to call it. The idea behind it is we got some shot glasses. I got them labeled, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's gonna be kind of like Russian roulette. We got a little lazy Susan here. We're gonna pour up some shot glasses. I've got 5 bottles over here of Benchmark. I got the whole lineup except for number 8. We got the newer lineups. We got top floor, small batch, bonded, single barrel, and foolproof. We're gonna pour them up. We'll write them down on what we get. In this case, it doesn't matter if I know the order or not because we're gonna spin this a couple times and then I'll mix them up again, spin it a couple more times. So I shouldn't be able to track these. Plus, I'll look away when I spin it because I don't care to track them. That's not what this is about. This is supposed to be for fun. We'll see if we can guess what they are. This will be a little tough on some of them, maybe easier on the others because we do have a foolproof here with a top floor, so I shouldn't mix those up because of the proof points. That being said though, guessing them's probably not going to happen, but this will be a pretty good honest opinion on what I think about Benchmark and which one I think is the best versus which one I think is the worst. That being said, I have had small batch before. This is a different bottle of small batch. The quality control on these Benchmarks is not the same, so these results may vary based on the bottles you get. So you might get one that's a lemon, or you might get one that's just like, man, that's the best single barrel I've ever had. They might as well call that E.H. Taylor. So let's go ahead and start pouring these up. So cup number 1. It's important that we know these so we can pour them. We'll just pick a random one. So we'll grab the middle one. We'll grab the bonded. So pour these up. I'm not going to fill these shot glasses up, but I'm also going to try to keep them close, so I'm not guessing based off of how much I pour in them. I got about an ounce pour in this little 2-ounce one, so we'll set this one at the side. So number 1 is going to be bonded. Grab glass number 2. We'll pour up top floor. So we're at top floor. And glass number 3, we'll pour foolproof. And we'll grab a small batch, I guess, for number 4. Ideally, you'd probably want to use Blue Karens for these, but because I don't want to see the number on the bottom through the glass, we're going to use these metal shot glasses. These are also fantastic if you want to have a lot of pours of different stuff with friends, have a party, whatnot. They're pretty heavy duty. They shouldn't break. Machine washable. You got single barrel for number 5. Don't mind me, I'm going to be looking over here as I show this in the camera so we can see if this will focus. Alright, good. Yeah, so you guys can see we got bonded for 1, 2 is going to be top floor, 3 is foolproof, 4 is small batch, and 5 will be single barrel. This list we can set to the side. I'm not really worried about it. We'll flip it over. It don't matter. We'll probably forget. We're going to mix these up because we don't need to know where any of these are, so we'll just kind of do some randomness here. I guess... what do we got that I can cover my eyes with? I guess I'll just put my hand over my eyes, or I'll put my hat over my eyes. There we go. We'll just spin this around a couple times. We're not really keeping track. We don't care. We're not looking. We'll look this way too because we know we got a camera over here so we can see that. We don't know where it's at. Okay, we'll still mix them up a few more times. Do some of that. And we'll go for another spin. Alright, so we still don't know where they're at, but we'll mix them around a couple more times. Boop, bam, do this, that. I'll give it one more spin just for you guys, This isn't about me guessing these right. This is about the fun in it. So we're gonna try this Lazy Susan out. I got a glass of water here in between because I'm probably gonna have to cleanse my palate a few times to try to get some of these flavor profiles, especially because we got very high proof, very low proof points. Let's see if we can figure them out. Let's start with this first one. Obviously, we don't want to look at the bottom because we'll have the number. We'll know what it is. They're all gonna have very similar flavor profiles as far as the smell, the nose. Tasting points will be where we look for, though. Ooh, that's got some heat. I think my first guess might be a full proof because that just made me warm and fuzzy inside. We're gonna pull this Lazy Susan back. I don't know if I'll be able to put the bottles in front, but we'll set these out, and I'll slowly move them off of this platform as we do that, so that way we can put them in front of you guys where you guys can see them perfect. You can see those. Oh man, that had some proof to it. Very light. Top floor or small batch maybe. We'll put this one here if it'll fit. Oh, I'm gonna need a bigger table, I think. We're gonna just take these down and put them here because we're gonna have to move the Lazy Susan out of the way. Let me move my glass of water too. We just don't have quite enough room. It's got an interesting flavor to it. Very warm, kind of nutty. I'm gonna think this might be top floor. I've found that top floor, the taste comes across warm. Doesn't have ethanol burn, doesn't have that proof burn, so definitely on the lower proof. So we definitely have a high proofer here, and we have two of the lower proofs. The next high proofer that we get out of these two, it's got to be one of these two because it can't be those two, is going to have to be the single barrel. And then the bonded we might be able to pull out. We'll see. That's another light one too, but it has a little bit of a finish on the back end, which would lead me to believe that it's bonded because it has a little bit higher proof point. Oh, I want to say top floor, small batch, in this bonded or in order that way for proof. Full proof will be the highest. This one should be a higher proofer, but is it higher than this one? If it's higher than this one, I might have to switch my full proof and single barrel one. So we'll set this up here on the table, rinse that palette real quick. All right, guys, let's try this one out. Wow, it's mellow. It's mellow. It's not very high proof. Well, the aftertaste, now I'm tasting it. Yeah, there it is. It's delayed. Okay, so full proof definitely has got to be this one because it just took me away almost immediately. Like, what a luck of the draw, I guess you could say, on grabbing that first one. That was, I pulled really hard. This one's pretty hard too. As far as ranking these, let's see what we got here. I gotta look at the camera. I'm sorry, so that way I can see the reverse. I would not put full proof as number one, only because like it's good, but man, it's got some heat at that 125 proof point. I like this one, but it has some burn on the back end, so maybe the single barrel we'll put as number one. Let's slide these down for sure. We'll move this guy up as number two for full proof. I think the bonded deserves more love than last, right, guys? Single barrel, full proof, small batch, bonded, top floor. That'd probably be my ranking for these. That's assuming that I even guessed these correctly. That's going to be pretty difficult for me to go 5 for 5 especially using that Lazy Susan. I've had all these before when I did a tasting with my buddy Brandon and Dave, so they've definitely had some time to air. We'll see if that was enough for me to be able to remember what they taste like and how they open up. That was a pretty rough night. We had a lot more than just a few pours. We had probably like 12 to 15 pours a piece. Let me see if I still like these. We're going from number 1 down to 5, so is that correct? Yeah, this will be my number 1 pick. Whoop. Make sure we're still recording. Yeah, we're still recording. My screen just blacked out, didn't move my mouse. Yeah, this has a lot more burn. Oh, that was rough. I might move that one back down. Ooh. Let's try it one more time. Ugh. My son's in the other room. He's playing right now. I'm getting ready to have to go check on him, so we might have to have a little cut in the video and edit. We'll go ahead and check on him here in a second. Yeah. Top floor and bonded, man, that's tough on that for a rating system. I think this will be my rank, so we're going to take a quick break real quick. I'll be right back. We might have to do a little editing to see if we can piece this out, but I'm going to go check on my son. All right, guys, it's RJ again. We're back from that break. We had to go check on our son. I put him in his swing, so he's watching his video. He's swinging right now. He's all good. I know you guys may have heard crying baby in the background, but not today. We're going to go put him back in his swing, make sure he's good to go, and it looks like we're set to continue recording. We'll see if I edit this part out or not, though. All right, so we're back. I tasted all of them. I kind of ranked them in the order that I think is my first to last, and we went through and tasted them again. I'm still not too sure about this top floor bonded. I was really disappointed in the bonded this time. Like, people say it does pretty well, but I'm going to disagree. Let's go ahead and see if I got these right. So our first guess was single barrel, and single barrel was number 5. I guess I'm going to need a place to pour these out, so let me finish this real fast. We don't waste alcohol, so we're going to pour this in here. We'll do a mix of all 5 of these for a taste test at the end for little blends. This is actually number 1, which is bonded. So my favorite from what I thought was second to last is bonded. So we already got that one wrong. It is not the single barrel. Wow. I'm kind of surprised that I missed that one up. So we'll set the single barrel aside till I get to it. Number 2 on what we thought was our favorite, foolproof. Number three is in fact foolproof. So we did guess that one correctly. Let me cross these out, I guess, as we go. So our first one was bonded. We got that one wrong because we thought it was single barrel. We did get the foolproof right. Our third one that we thought was small batch. This is number 2. Number 2 is actually top floor, so we got the small batch one wrong. Can't believe we got 2 wrong like that. This is our small batch down here, right? Single barrel. Which one was this? 2? I'm sorry, 2 is top floor, which was this one, which means we definitely got these 2 wrong because we don't even have a bottle to put by them. Oh, so that means we got that one wrong. And because we got the other one wrong, we get the bonded wrong. So that means the only one we got right was foolproof. So this one was 5. 5 was the single barrel. That means this last one, being number 4, is the small batch. All right. Let's move these out of the way so you guys can see better. So, we were 1 for 5 on guessing these. We did guess the foolproof, and the foolproof was our second favorite. That is correct, okay. So, we're going to make another list real quick. I'll make it on screen for you guys to see. But bottles in order from my left to right here. Our number 1 will be bonded. Our number 2 is going to be foolproof. Our third one was top floor. Fourth is single barrel, and fifth is small batch. You guys might think I'm crazy for putting single barrel here on number 4, but remember, these are single barrels, so quality control. I may have just got a bad single barrel. I do hear that they, at least for the single barrel, let me see if I can grab one of these tubes because it's just out of frame. For the single barrel, from my understanding, it is basically E.H. Taylor that just didn't make the cut to be E.H. Taylor. So if it's not good enough to be E.H. Taylor, they bottle it as a single barrel. So Benchmark single barrel might be a pretty good buy because you can find a lot more regularly, at least in my area, than you can these E.H. Taylor small batches. These are a hunt and a half. Like, you have to get lucky on an allocation day and win a raffle, or you have to just be lucky and show up at Total Wine at the right place, right time, and you can pick these up for 50 bucks. If you're not lucky enough to pick these up for 50 bucks though, you're gonna be paying a premium. I see them secondary, they trade for about $80. Full price is about $100, but all of these are $25 and under here in my area. You guys might see some of these for more, but I think my cheapest one, small batch, I wanna say my small batch, my least favorite one, is the cheapest. I wanna say it goes for like 12 or 13 bucks. Like, they're really not that expensive. And I think my most expensive is the foolproof or the single barrel. I think it might be the single barrel at like $25, so maybe $27 with taxes. So what I'm basically trying to say is if you got 5 bottles and they're all around the $20 if you average them out price point, for $100 you can have this whole lineup and be able to try these for yourself and see what you think. But this will be the video. I'll put the list up in the ranking order. I'll put it on screen so that way you guys can see the rank list written out instead of just seeing bottles on the table. And even though this is getting diluted over here with the ice, the reason why I left the ice in it is because we kind of got to dilute it down from that foolproof to kind of blend it and balance it out. We're definitely going to be using this, so we're not wasting alcohol here. We cry over wasted alcohol. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Is this how you would rank them 1 through 5? Would you argue that maybe you've had a better single barrel than I have? Either way, let me know. If you guys want to see more content like this, please just leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll keep pushing out content. Our goal is to do a video a day. Obviously, we can't record a video a day, so some of these days we're pushing out some heavy videos and drinking this much alcohol. 1, it's killing our liver, but 2, it's going to be rough to continue doing multiple videos in the same day because we're trying to still stay sober enough to where we can make these videos. This is RJ tuning out. See you guys next time.